Um, if I touch your face, I may be able to calm down some of your fever with just the coldness of my hands. Can I do that for you? Okay. Oh, you are very warm, even for a human. My race runs very cold. That's how we stay warm up in the mountains. I know that sounds paradoxical, but that's just biology. I'm going to touch your forehead now. How is my English? I've been practicing for about 200 years, so it's nice to finally get a chance to use it. Oh, you're so warm. Thank you for inviting me into your home. I've never really been inside of the common space of a human home. I've only hidden in the walls. That's how we practice our English. You seem to be in pretty dire straits, though. Fumbling around in the mountains, looking for some way to cure your fever. You're quite lucky that you found me. And honestly, you're quite lucky I wasn't hungry. I'm kidding. We don't eat humans. We usually eat polar bears. At least we did. Before, the ice caps have been melting. Now we've been surviving off of penguins, penguins. How do you say it? Penguins? Penguins. Pancakes? Penguins. Sequins, like sequins. Penguins. We've been surviving off of penguins. What do you eat? Would you like me to cook would you like me to cook a bird for you? No? You don't want to eat. Your stomach feels sensitive right now. Okay. We'll get to eating later after I calm down this fever of yours. Oh, your skin is so warm. Do my hands feel nice? I hope that they do. It's okay. You're not going to die. Don't worry. I'm quite sure of that. I've seen many humans on the brink of death, and indeed many humans completely frozen to the bone. So, I know what death looks like, and it doesn't look like you. You have too much of a personality. See, you even smile sometimes. Let's check your nose. Your nose is the coldest part of your face. You have so much warmth to your skin tone. You must get a lot of vitamin D where you're from. Do you get vitamin D from all these books? No? I've never quite understood books. Do you think you could explain them to me? Interesting. I'm trying to blow some of my cold breath onto you. I'm going to massage this area right underneath your eyes. Try to get some of those sinuses moving, do some lymphatic drainage. In the very coldest of months, sometimes our sinuses freeze up completely into these big ice sheets inside of our face, and we have to get one of our friends to melt them with warm rocks. Warm rocks placed right here, all across our sinuses to softly gent the ice crystals. And then we sneeze them out, or sometimes cough them out, and they're like little blocks of ice. But I don't think humans, your type of human, I don't think you do that, do you? Have you ever coughed up an ice crystal? It's much more pleasant when you cough them up rather than sneeze them out, in my opinion, although everyone has their preference. Never. Interesting. Well, you can teach me about books, and I will teach you about frozen snot crystals, if you'd like. I'll massage this area of your eyebrows now. You have such dark eyes and such a warm complexion. Is this your first time traveling in the mountains? Do you bring your books with you everywhere you go? When you build a little cabin? Oh, I see. You stay a couple years at a time in different places. A real traveler, then. I bet you know many languages. Or maybe you just use a translator or something. Oh, I do have some herbs that might help you clear you out a little bit. Would you like some herbs? We keep them close to us in case we ever need to sneeze out an ice crystal. So I always have a couple handy. I don't know what this herb's name would be. In English, we call it Shrockendoe. But it tastes quite green, and not very good. We would usually mix it into a stew, a polar bear stew on a good year. Unfortunately, it hasn't been a good year for about 100 years. That's an exaggeration. It's probably been about 50 years. Anyway, lately we've just been having herb soup. Herb and vegetable soup. Ever since our ice caps started to melt due to global warming. Oh, you don't call it that anymore? What is it called? Climate change? Oh, I apologize. Would you like this dried herb? Okay, there you go. I'll just crinkle it up a little bit for you. Nice and gently. And then I'll put some right on your tongue. And this also, it's very good if you put it kind of under your eyes. It can help that. It can help you start to cry a little bit, which is really good for pushing the illness out of your body. So I'm just going to crush this up next to your eyes. And spot that in this area right there. And I'm going to take another leaf and I'll crush this one directly into your ears, okay? So I'll just crush that, crinkle it. And this is going to help stave off any sort of ear infection. It is not good to have an infection in the cold. Your body cannot properly fight off infections when it is below its desired temperature. And let's crinkle in this ear now too, making sure that we really dig it into that ear to help stave off any kind of ear infection. just gonna massage this ear a little bit. Massage it. Massage it. And massage this ear. It should feel nice. It should feel very nice, okay? Circle, 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 circle. Alright, now do a little wibble wobble because we want to get some of those herbs kind of falling into your brain. Very good. Your whole head should feel kind of spicy and alive now, which I know might make some of these initial symptoms a little bit more severe, but it's actually really good for clearing out the fever. We want to scare the fever away, okay? And it'll be slightly nicer whenever I calm down some of that inflammation with my cool hands. How does that feel? A little runny? That's okay. It's okay. Oh, you liked my acorn? Yes, I am also quite fond of this acorn. It is a real acorn that has been glazed and protected from the elements. My great-grandmother gave it to me, and I believe she said it was from a place called Texas. The acorns grow very big there. The acorns grow to these amazing sizes. We don't have many oak trees in the mountains, but the very few oak trees that I've seen make very teensy tiny, minuscule sort of acorns because the trees are starving of nutrients because it's so cold, which is the main reason oak trees don't grow in the mountains. We have cruciferous forests. Are oak trees cruciferous? I can't remember all of the science words right now, but I've heard other humans refer to whatever we have as Christmas trees, which are not oak trees, I think. Anyway, Texas. I've heard this place has many large oak trees that make enormous acorns, such as this. I think even by Texas standards, this must be rather large. Have you ever been to Texas? You should plan a trip. And perhaps then you could get even more large acorns and one day come back to the mountains. I should be alive for the next 300 to 500 years, so anytime you want to come back with an enormous acorn or a fever, I'd gladly help you. I'd gladly help you out. Oh, I can tell that you're very uncomfortable under all of that spice and warmth, but it's a normal part of the process of being sick. And soon you're going to fall into a deep, deep sleep after getting cooled off and having all that snot drained out of you a little bit. And you're going to sleep so well, I promise. And I'll be here to make sure that your forehead, your face stays nice and cool. I don't sleep, so it should be easy for me to stay awake. I'd like to touch some of your hair. Oh wow, it's so different from mine. Human hair grows in such different colors than us mountain folk. Beautiful neutral colors. I suppose that's for camouflage, isn't it? You know, you look a bit like an oak tree. I hadn't thought of it before, but I completely see the resemblance. Do I look like an ice crystal? Or perhaps a mountain? Or do I look like a cruciferous tree? A snowflake? I'm really curious. I can't see my environment the way that you see it, just as perhaps you can't see yourself the way I see you, and the way I see you is very much like an oak tree. Like an anthropomorphic oak tree. Oh, I've been waiting for an excuse to use that English word. Such soft hair. Such soft hair. Scratchy, 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 scratch. Scratchy, 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 scratch. Keeping your scalp nice and cool. Nice and cool to calm down that fever. Scratchy, scratchy. Combing my fingers through. Combing, combing. When I first saw you stumbling through the mountain tops, I admit I thought I was dreaming, because it's so rare to see a human so far north, let alone a human calling out for help to the elements. And also, I admit I had been stalking you, watching you for a couple months, and I've been dreaming of you often. So, usually when I see you, it's a dream. But I'm starting to think that this is very real, and that I'm really here, and that you really needed me. Humans have needed me before, and I've just let them bear the elements out, because they didn't look very approachable, you understand. But there's something about you. You look kind. You look... Well, as I said earlier, you look like an oak tree. Perhaps that's what it is. You reminded me of the legends I've heard of Texas. Even though you've never been. I don't know what the real Texas is like, but I imagine it as a land of vast forests with tall trees that are fed well by nutritious, wormy soil, and big gardens, and so many polar bears you would never go hungry. Do you know anything about that land? We have very little contact with human knowledge, so really anything is useful. What is a cowboy? Is that an insult? Oh, very interesting. Are there cow men? Are they only children? How strange. Scratchy, 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 comb me. Scratchy, 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 comb me. Scratchy, 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 comb me. Oh, I've coughed up an ice crystal. Do you see it? Maybe it will calm down your face a little bit. Maybe it will calm down your face. I'll just dab that little ice crystal around. Cold, 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 tapping around your face to keep you cool while you sleep. Are you starting to get sleepy? Would you like to hear some of the other stories that my grandmother used to tell me to help you sleep? I'll keep touching your face and tell you legends of my people. I might say outdated words like, global warming, though. I'm trying to learn the new sort of political correctness version of English, but old habits die hard. I'll try to remember to say climate change. It's just, you see, the ice caps have been melting, and the mountains have been warming. I can't speak for other places like Texas, though. Do you mind if some of my language is outdated? Okay. Well, here's a story that my grandmother used to tell. Once upon a time, there was a bug in a tree, and it was born in that tree. Scratch, 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 scratch. And that's really all I remember. I think I usually fell asleep after she got to that part, to be honest. I think something bad happened to the bug, but then the bug learned a lesson, and something good happened after that bug learned that lesson. Scratch, 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 comb. Scratch, 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 comb. I'm just gonna massage this part of your neck because it looks very warm, and I think perhaps your throat is sore. And so just a very delicate cold massage on your neck might help with some of that inflammation and some of that discomfort. My goal here is to just help your body purge the illness and provide you with some comfort. Comfort, comfort, comfort. Smooth out your hair. You can go to sleep. Think about Texas. I'm sure that's where all the polar bears have gone after they left the icy regions. They must all have gone to Texas, the land of oak trees and massive acorns, where no one gets sick. And there's little cowboys running around. I've never thought about humans identifying as animals before, but cowboys, what an interesting thing to imagine. I wonder if they say moo, just like cows do. Just go to sleep and think of boys and men saying moo, moo in Texas. Scratchy, 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 go. 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 Relax. I can tell that you're getting sleepy now. And that's good. If I'm not here when you wake up, I'll be here when you wake up. And I'll make sure that you get out of these mountains safely. I'll make sure that you make it home, wherever that might be, because you need to survive long enough to go on a trip to Texas, to bring back more acorns. That way I'll have something to pass down too. And I want you to have things to pass down for yourself. So you have to survive, okay? clear out that illness with heat and cold